here, I thought I'd do a quick lessons from my mentor. I'm at the National Championships for TeamUSA Duathlon, Triathlon. You can see the podium behind me. It's actually a beautiful venue. It's Lake Cunningham in Omaha, Nebraska. It's a beautiful park, and the logistics are just great all around the park, and you kind of see some of the festivities behind me and the finish line, all that kind of stuff. It's kind of in place, and it's great that the podium's right here just by the finish. So it's a great venue. This has to do with training. So I learned this from one of my mentors early on. And you know how we always like hope for the best? And that's good, right? I'm super positive, believe in, you know, positivity and all that kind of stuff, and having hope. But the best way, and what I learned, is that the best way is to be prepared. I love the thought that let your performance, whether, you know, at work or home or wherever in your hobbies, equal that of your preparation. So sometimes we're like so desperate, like, oh, I just hope that I podium finish, you know, whether again it's a race metaphor or work. I hope I podium finish, but if you didn't put in the work for that podium finish, it is truly hope. And sometimes that's good, and sometimes that's what's needed, and sometimes that's the way it works out, and we're a beneficiary of that. But most often, if you want to be sure, is you put in the work. So my hope, like when I race, is that I will perform to the level of my training. I don't have any expectation of outperforming my training. I would love that to happen, but I can't rely on that. I can't hope on that. But I can hope on performing to the level of all the work that I put in. So that's the message. That's what I learned. Don't take shortcuts ever, and that way you can have confidence when you go out on your project or whatever, or your race, that you're going to do well according to the level of your training. Thought I'd better do a wrap-up video, so I ended up I got 2 third places. I'm so thankful, especially to Dr. Simran Marx, my wife. She really helped me on the weight loss. Her encouragement, if you could call it that at times, admonishment, was critical. And you know, I had 3 goals coming in, and one was to get down to 160, which I checked that box. The second was podium finish, and check that box. And the third is to be top 25 in the world, which will come in a couple weeks. So to have 2 of the 3, I'm just so elated. I just don't know what to say, except, you know, I'm glad that I trained the way that I did and met the level of performance, right? That's what I talked about before the race, was that's all I wanted. Let my training equal outcome. And that's all we could ask for, right? In life, in our personal relationships, in our profession, and obviously in sport, is let us all aspire to perform to the level of our effort. And I just cried like a baby. I was trying to talk to Simran. It was funny, and I couldn't even say anything. I've never had experience like this in my life, and I wish it for everyone. Again, whether it's personal stuff, sport, as it was this time for me, or work.